Hi, once again, this is the Judge and Jury of Music, aka Queen Millennial. And of course, we're here to get into a conversation about Miss Nikki Blonsky. Whoopsie, because I have had the episode already on reputation being vitally important more than anything you did when it comes to career, sustaining your brand, all that stuff wrapped into one. Reputation trumps all. Okay, and today the subject of Nikki Blonsky is no different. But of course, before we get into the Blonsky things of it all, honey, it is time for a word as usual. This is a serious question, and most of you will not know how to actually answer it, but here it goes. How do you avoid actually having these bad days? Anybody? I'll tell you how. Accepting, well, if you live long enough on the planet, you start to see a pattern, for the average everyday proletariat, aka the working poor for the most part. Okay? That includes the middle class at this point. You start to see the pattern, people, pattern interacting with people outside, the job, whatever. You have to get into a headspace where you just accept that these things are going to continuously happen. You're not being put off by them every day, all the time. It's the same routine, the same kind of interaction, whatever, okay, a lot of times. So you get used to that and you're not really as disappointed, even if it did hurt you or annoy you at least. You still not really as put off by them. You're not going to check it up to, it's a really bad day or anything. You're just like, life is just lifing, okay? And that's it. It's not about a good or bad day. Life is just lifing, and that's just the way it is. And you continue. That's it. That's all. But anyway, let's get back into what we're here to talk about. Hello, welcome back to It's That Girl or It's Not That Girl. This special episode, we take time to talk about all kinds of musical artists, including musical theater artists, okay? Anybody who does and sings, whatever, is welcome on this channel. We are talking about today Nikki Blonsky. And this is the show we talk about popular music, popular artists from today, yesterday, and beyond, including independent recording artists. Or independent, whatever, you get what I'm saying. Anyway, we're here to talk about the whoopsie that really truly derailed Nikki Blonsky's career, and why, again, sometimes you just can't recover from a certain reputation when it was just that bad, right? So Nikki Blonsky's career obviously never truly recovered. And in this Hollywood game with these producers, especially leading up to where we are right now, your reputation gets around in those studios. And so very few to none jobs are going to be picking up that phone to call, but we'll get into that momentarily, okay? And all the jazz about branding and reputation that pertains to Miss Nikki Blonsky. And another stark and sad example of how reputation can derail your whole bright future. Okay, so go ahead and get comfortable. Maybe grab a glass of Marlowe, I don't know, Chardonnay, candy, chips, pop, Modelo, whatever you like to drink, to go ahead and relax, okay? Because this is It's That Girl, or It's Not That Girl. Here we go.
One life, they wanna be around, no matter how you are getting down. There's really nothing that you can do. Push past all the doubts and believe in you. Push past all the doubts and believe in you. Cause when it's all over, said and done, there's only one, yeah, there's only one. Take it by the horns and be on the run. Take it by the horns and be on the run. Even when you get down, yes, they wanna be around and they wanna see you frown. One life, they wanna be around.
Hey, welcome back to It's That Girl, or It's Not That Girl. Now, I am Peyton 3.0, the artist, the musician, the entertainer, not the content creator, not the YouTuber, and not the influencer. Now, of course, as I say in all my videos, those are great tools and platforms to build that business brand, name, reputation, but most importantly, the community. And hopefully you'll be part of this community today by hitting that like button and sharing people that you know that like artists, commentary, reaction, reviews. But to honestly become a true part of this community, you have to, of course, comment, subscribe, and notification bell. All right, well, without further ado, let's get right on into this thing. Okay, Nikki Blonsky, we already know you've seen so many exposés on her on YouTube alone from other YouTube creators, right? You know the backstory, right? You know that she came literally from obscurity. You see, every now and then in Hollywood, in the Hollywood game, the movie game, they like to every now and then go out into the obscurity and pick up somebody completely unknown that's not in the Hollywood elite circle, not born to anybody, like a Nepo baby, to bring into the spotlight. You know, it's almost like deception, you know, that you can make it too, right? When it's just this honest or dishonest way of saying that if she can do it, you can too. Nope, it's all curated. It's all it's already written. It's already strategic what these Hollywood people on the inside are, how they're going to operate. And unfortunately, to question nobody's dream, right? Because, you know, I'm an artist, musician myself, and I love to act too as a second love. I've done theater, I've done city plays, I've done it all. I've done school plays, right? When I was a player, musical, an all city chorus, I was there. But the thing is that when it comes to the reality of this, and I've lived in LA for 10 years, when it comes to the reality of this Hollywood acting game, most of you will not make it. And that's just the honest truth. And especially today, with everything that has happened with where the industry is now, you know, and is it really even worth getting into? But all that to say, all this is strategically planned by the industry itself to make it look a certain way. And so Nikki Blonsky had a bright future ahead of her when she was just happened to be the one that was chosen, right? And with that being said, she had everything going for her that she could have been, right? She could have went one way and lost that way and became like the it girl for a while. And there's so many things that she could have done, right? She had a green light on her reputation, right? Her reputation was green. Her brand, which is how people see you, was green, right? People loved Hairspray, yada, 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 yada. And so she basically kind of had the green light, you know, even though she didn't have a real resume because she had never been in the acting game before, at least in the major leagues game. You see what I'm saying? But then everything went to basically dirt red, because yes, even though she's had a couple of producers and people who are willing to take a chance on her, she had a couple of other acting gigs. When it came to any of those getting any real press, they did not, because the industry had already decided basically you're blackballed. You see what I'm saying? Basically, you are blackballed, and you, unfortunately, will not be getting that A-list coverage on your next project. You'll basically be getting shadow banned, basically, in a nutshell. And so I've never heard of other projects she's been in, and I'm pretty sure that you have never heard of these other projects that Miss Nikki Blonsky from Hairspray, Miss Turnblad was in, right? Because you had to be careful about the way that you move. Excuse me. Thank you. You have to be careful about the way that you move out here in these very small Hollywood streets when it comes to the acting world. Okay? With that being said, the whole thing, like I said, there are some things when it comes to reputation. Okay? It don't matter how talented you are, like I said before. It don't matter how much of this you got, how much history of goodness you got. You can have 20 years of great history and people loving your stuff, and then it takes that, then something happens which is really bad, could literally just derail everything that you've ever done. And that, unfortunately, Miss Nikki Blonsky was not exempt from that. Okay? So, Nikki Blonsky, and there's a whole debacle about the father getting upset and doing this, and that, starting it up, whatever. It doesn't matter, because people pointed the finger at Nikki Blonsky and branded her this, you know what, the R word, okay? Having to deal with skin color. Branded her this and that. That it doesn't matter how you see yourself. It matters how the people who are watching are seeing you, okay? And that is your brand, okay? And the reputation, what you're known for, okay? Those things are very important. And so what could have been a bright future for Nikki Blonsky coming from obscurity unfortunately disappeared, and she has just not been able to do anything to really get herself back in the game for years to come. And so that's why you have Miss Nikki Blonsky up on these internets now, branding herself, talking about, and she knows exactly what it is that she is doing. Nikki Blonsky, at 30-something, she knows exactly what this game is on the internet, and that's why she's doing it the way that she's doing it. Okay? Kind of like Miss JoJo Siwa. Put them in the same category for a moment, because they know that the game is about attention. Okay? It's about attention, whether good or bad. At this point, she already knows her reputation's already in tatters, but she's like, you know what, in this social media thing, right? In this social media game, why not capitalize off of that where it actually benefits me, right? So she's on the internet, she's branding herself as Miss Nikki Blonsky, okay, from Hairspray, right? She didn't mention any of the other projects that she's been able to land that didn't really make much noise, because we all know why, right? The gatekeeper silence you when you F up. And with that being said, Miss Nikki Blonsky knows that the thing that people really remember her for is the Hairspray. right? Are you following me? Come on, keep up. It's the hairspray. And that's why she's branding herself that way. It ain't just by accident. Hello, this is Nikki Blonsky from Hairspray. Back in 2007, right? Now, she's using that, even though people are roasting her over and over again or whatever, but it's getting her the attention that she needs to go number one on this thing called Cameo, to get all his attention, right? Because it can only give her more fuel. That she also has another plan for monetization to branch off of that as well, if she's actually just that smart, right? She's getting the ball rolling. Congratulations, okay? It's a complicated, cold, cruel, unfair world that we have going on here, and you have to do what it is that you have to do. With that being said, Miss Nikki Blonsky, the whole airport debacle with the top model and all that stuff, whether it was fair or not, the treatment that she got and it was misunderstood, it doesn't matter. Okay? Only thing that matters is how the people or the general public at large that was watching have painted you. And that truly is the sad part, right? Especially they painted you with an unfair brush, right? Right? The facts are out there, right? If the facts about whatever you've done, right? It doesn't matter. The point is, how do the people watching see you? Okay? And so, unfortunately, Nikki's bright future just tatters, vanished, gone. But she somehow was sprung back up on these interwebs after all these years, swinging, and y'all and even I, and giving her the attention. And listen, I don't mind it. It's hard in these streets, whether you like her or not. Okay? Okay, it's working. Whether you're giving her attention. Okay? It was just a surprise to me to see her pop up like that after all these years. Especially since social media has been doing this thing for quite some time at this point. But anyway, this is the reason why none of us had ever really seen Nikki Blonsky in any like real huge productions, and her name has really been out there, and she has not been A-list. And it's a shame because she did come from obscurity. But the thing we have to remember is that, again, this is somebody who did know the etiquettes of how to really carry yourself in an industry like this, right? She came from a world of just everyday working class person, and she was very, very young, right? Too 17, right? Not even 25, where all your cognition is fully there. You're really truly an adult, and so nobody was training her. Nobody was giving her etiquette classes. No one was taking the time. Nobody was taking time to set her aside and give her the interview one-on-one on how to speak, what to say, what not to say. So she was just unhinged, and is this young girl just being herself, from regular everyday life, right? But unfortunately, these are some of the things that would come back to bite, with her family being a huge part in what soiled the reputation as well. Okay? Now, anyway, with that being said, that wraps up the whoopsie for Nikki Blonsky, and why she has truly never ever truly been able to make a real recovery for a bright future. Okay? Now, this has been Peyton 3.0, the artist, the musician, the entertainer, not the content creator, not the YouTuber, and not the influencer. Now, if you got your life today, and I really made you think about something when it comes to branding and reputation, then please, did I say please, go ahead and hit that like button. Share people that you know that like artist commentary, reaction, and reviews. And of course, to truly become a part of this community here, you gotta go ahead and comment, subscribe, notification bell. All right? Yes. Now, you've been here for this long. That tells me something. Actually, it tells me a lot. It means that you're really somebody that doesn't have like huge ADHD that prevents you from watching a whole video, especially if you find it really interesting. Thank you. Second, it means that you're ready for the bonus. What is the bonus? It's me. I said I was an artist. I said I was a musician. I said I was an entertainer. Did I not say that? I'm sure I did. So, several times. So with that being said, I want to give you the sampler. People who've been returning to my videos and watching all the time, thank you so much, by the way. You are very important to me. And final to what I do here. I'm an artist, so I want to create regardless. But the fact that you come back and keep watching for the returning viewers, thank you so much. Anyway, artists, we got to create no matter what. But anyway, I am going to do what's called the sampler platter. This is going to be what's today? Today is I think today's Saturday. Anyway, we're going to do the duo. We're going to do the trio. I'm going to rap a cappella. I'm going to play my song. And I'm going to sing a cappella a cover song, okay? So let's just go ahead and get right on into this thing. Blood pressure, you worked all day like the messenger. Worked so hard that the bills are high. All you do is cry, man, freaking try. Punch that clock every freaking day. Still on the money you got to pay. Forget that, man, need relief. You gotta treat you're the freaking cheat. Some take care of the freaking kids. Munch your plate, but you're freaking lit. Dress too much, always in no rush. Didn't even brush, you're feeling flush. What is it that you're gonna do? Gotta have some good relief in you. Time to get out when the music plays every freaking day. All I got to say is jump, and now the song.
I know you're out there looking for a stress reliever.
You're looking for a stress reliever out there.
Drugs, the alcohol,
Here we go.
But let me tell you what you need to do. Here we go. Blood pressure, you worked all day like the messenger. Worked so hard that the bills are high. All you do is cry me a freaking try. Punch that clock every freaking day. Still on your money, you got to pay. Fuck that shit, man, you need relief. But you got is free for the fucking cheap. Some take care of the freaking kids. Munch your plate for your freaking lid. Stress too much, always in no rush. You need even brushing, you're feeling flush. What is it that you're gonna do? Gonna have some relief in you. Time to get out when the music plays every freaking day. All I gotta say is jump, turn that music loud. I wanna see your hands in the crowd. You gotta get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up. Lose your mind to the beat. Shake it up, keep moving your feet. You gotta get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up. And get the stress.
And that is all I will be giving you, okay? Anyway, if you want to hear that song in its entirety, then comment in the comment section. You ready? Let me hear that song. And I most certainly will, absolutely for free. Wishing you the best, praying that you are blessed. Bring success, no stress, lots of happiness. I'm not gonna blast you on the radio. I'm not gonna lie you when you family home. I'm not gonna handle you in the magazines. I'm not gonna compromise my Christianity. You know I'm not gonna bless you on the internet. Cause my mama told me better than that.
One life, they wanna be around. No matter how you are getting down. There's really nothing that you can do. Push past all the doubts and believe in you. Push past all the doubts and believe in you. Cause when it's all over, said and done, there's only one, yeah, there's only one. Take it by the horns and be on the run. Take it by the horns and be on the run. Even when you get down, yes, they wanna be around and they wanna see you frown. One life, they wanna be around.